Good morning and happy Sabbath, my friends. Welcome back to another Solomon's Time with me, Solomon. Have you ever heard that water and oil just don't mix? Well, that's actually true, unless you have an emulsifier. Now, what is an emulsifier, you're wondering? Well, that's a scientific term for a substance that can bring together two substances that like to separate. So if you mix an emulsifier like egg yolk, the oil and water won't separate anymore. Instead, they will mix together and stick together. So let's try this out and see what happens. I'm going to pour water and oil into this jar. And now for my oil. As you can see, the water and oil are separated. Here in this red cup, I have the emulsifier egg yolk. I'm going to pour it into the jar. Now we have the egg yolk, the water, and the oil. I poured it in, but nothing happened. I'm going to use my spoon to mix the emulsifier with the water and oil. Is it working? Yes. Now I'm going to put my top on this jar so I can shake it up and make it mix faster. Look, it mixed. I'm going to pour it into this jar so that you can see the oil and the water mixed together with the egg yolk. So as you can see, the egg yolk allows the water and the oil to stick together. And guess what? That is how God wants us to be in our communities. God wants us to follow the example of Christ and mix His love in our relationship with others so that different kinds of people can mix together and stick together. In our Bible reading, the Jews thought they were better than the Gentiles. So the Jews separated themselves from the Gentiles the same way oil separates from water. But Christ demonstrated the love of God to bring them together. The same way an egg yolk can bring oil and water together. And Jesus wasn't the only one who used God's love to bring people together. This week we celebrated the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was a preacher who followed the example of Christ and brought all kinds of people together. For example, Dr. King encouraged white people to stop thinking that they were better than black people because of their skin color and to start treating black people as equal. Dr. King also encouraged black people to peacefully protest their unfair treatment rather than trying to hurt the white people who had been hurting them. Like Romans 12:21 says, "Do not be overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good." Dr. King reminded everyone that we are all humans made by God, and we are all His children, no matter what we look like. So my friends, God wants us to love others the way He loves us. So remember, let God's love work, like an emulsifying egg yolk, bringing people together through His power. Alright, thank you for joining me this week. See you next week, same time, same place at Solomon's Time. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye!